Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video, and welcome finally back to F1 Championship Edition. Yes, I apologise, it has been a very long time since we last played this game. Any of you that watched the Sauber career mode video over the weekend, I explained that basically, obviously the last video I did on this series I recorded on my birthday. And then pretty much that evening I got ill and have not really been well since. But I'm finally back. We've got 5 races to go of this season at F1 CE. I want to try and make sure that we smash it out quite quickly here, because I want to try and get another entire season done before F1 25 hopefully drops around the end of May. Of course, if you're new, please do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed if you haven't already. We are trying to hit 6k subs on the channel. But yeah, it's been a while since the last race I did in this series, so Michael Schumacher still leading the way, 2 points clear of Fernando Alonso at the top of the Drivers' World Championship. We are still 21st overall, just behind Thiago Montero, our teammate, in the championship standings. I believe, yeah, Midland are the only team yet to have scored a point so far this year. We've had an email come through as well. We've sent an application through to BMW that they weren't interested in us, which was a little bit of a shame, considering they're one of the worst teams outside of kind of your back markers inside this game. So my goal is just to try and make sure that we see the checkered flag in these last 5 Grand Prix. Maybe if something goes really well, we could try and score a point. But this weekend we're back at Istanbul. This place is going to be good fun.
What a prospect we have here today. The wonderful Istanbul Park, with its incredible Turn 8, plays host to today's qualifying session.
Well, I know we can't usually read too much into free practice times on this game, because sometimes the AI are very quick, other times they seem to struggle a little bit more. But yeah, we might just have the pace to try and sneak our way into Q2 here today. I'm hoping we're going to be fairly competitive. Sensibly, looking along the calendar between now and the end of the year, China. China is our one real shot to score points between now and the end of the campaign. But then again, obviously every other real chance we've had, either we've had some kind of incident with another car, or it's rained, which basically screws us over anyway. So I'm certainly not going to hold my breath. I'd love to score a point by the end of the year. Otherwise, I feel like we might be spending another year with Midland inside this game. Some of you guys might not be aware as well, but F1 CE, you only get 5 seasons in career mode. So that's how much time we've got to win a World Championship inside this game. If we can't get a better drive next season, that suddenly starts to make life very uncomfortable. Anyway, we've got a lot more time to worry about that. Let's try and get on with our first qualifying lap. We need to be aiming for kind of mid to high 1-minute 30s through this section of corners. It is so difficult to try and get it nailed in this car. Just running a little bit wide over the grass through the third of the 4 apexes there. Just having to downshift once. I've got a Renault up my trumpet as well that isn't even on a lap, has just made their way and a pit lane then, as I'm trying to get a bit of a slipstream. I believe this is our teammate, isn't it? So we make our way down the back straight, so hopefully they'll help me out just a little bit. Worried about, though, I can just hear that Renault with the background getting closer and closer, hoping they won't cause us too many problems, and hoping... Oh, no, there you go. That seems about right. Thank you very much. I got no idea whether that's Alonso or Fisichella. Hopefully they've picked up front wing damage. My lap's been invalidated. What will the time be as we make our way out the final corner? We are going to still set a 31.5. That would have been 2 seconds clear of E-Day. Let's even try and find a way around Montero. Well, actually, yeah, a 130 would be competitive here. Oh, no, that curb on the outside there is lethal. So lethal. And I think, though, luckily for me, our teammate now is holding up both of those Renault's cars. We're about a second down so far on this lap, relative to where I should be. There's Felipe Massa, 128.3. That's a very good lap time from a man who loved this venue back in the day.
Juan Pablo Montoya, Rubens Barrichello, Jarno Trulli, David Coulthard, Nico Rosberg, Jacques Villeneuve, Christian Clear, Giancarlo Fisichella.
Yep, we get it. There's a lot of cars on laps then, as we do a 31.8. Not a particularly great representative. That line through turn 1 isn't going to help us. We need to find another few tenths. Well, pretty much every single driver then has got a decent representative on the board, it feels like now, apart from ourselves. Zap Villeneuve right on the cusp of the drop zone with a 1:31.1. I know we can definitely beat that lap time and beat it quite comfortably, but getting a lap hooked up round here, it's a very demanding circuit, is not as easy as it looks, especially on a controller. Well, half a second up in Sector 1 then, but I'm just getting a little bit worried about that huge gaggle of cars just up in front here. Hopefully they're not going to hold me up too much as we try and finish off our lap. If we can improve down into a kind of a mid to high 30 here, then I won't feel a need to take any more out of this set of tyres. So try and put the power down then out onto the back straight. We've got another car not too far behind me either. A 10th down though in Sector 2, but we know there is going to be time to find in this final sector there, as I believe that's a Red Bull closing in on me. Just try and make sure that we don't get dive bombed again, so we can navigate our way through this 3 apex final kind of chicane. It's a very, very weird little setup through there, but I do quite like it. Up towards the limo, what is the time gonna be? 31.4. We improve the time, but not the position. Well, we were 10th up by the end of Sector 1 again, then are we going to find anything more through Sector 2? I think this is going to be the last lap time I can really do. But Villeneuve's also found time further up the order, onto a 1:30.9 now is the benchmark that we're trying to chase. It's really sending it in towards those final couple of corners, but now you can see we've got to try and deal with the traffic. The Toro Rosso there, just getting in the way through the final corner. We'll try and grab a slipstream. Why is he slowing down? What on earth is he doing there? As we will set a 31.2, it puts us to P18. It is not going to be enough, and we are out in Q1 for the Turkish Grand Prix. Well, on the one hand then, gutted that we failed to see Q2 there. Looks like be Liuzzi, or Liuzzi that's made it through into Q2 then. Mark Webber also out in Q1, so he'll be pretty disappointed. We were 2 seconds clear of Montero, though, over 1 lap pace. But now, we've got to try and survive the Grand Prix.
You join the commentary team at Istanbul for this year's Turkish Grand Prix. Istanbul Park is situated in the Asian Hills on the outskirts of the capital. Though fairly new to the Formula 1 calendar, with the first Grand Prix stage here in 2005, the circuit has already achieved some notoriety. Spa has its Eau Rouge. Istanbul has Turn 8, considered by some to be the toughest turn in Formula 1. It's one of those corners where you really need to commit yourself, but overcommit and it's likely you'll come a cropper. There's a light drizzle falling at the moment and it doesn't show any signs of easing off. That's going to make the track very slippery. Giancarlo Fisichella will start from pole. Second on the grid is Michael Schumacher. Ralf Schumacher lines up third. Jarno Trulli lines up fourth. In 5th place is Jenson Button. Alongside him is Fernando Alonso. Felipe Massa lines up 7th. 8th is Kimi Raikkonen.
Well, last weekend, most of the Hungarian Grand Prix was done in wet conditions, and that rain seems to have followed us here to Turkey as well. Then, luckily, it doesn't look to be too heavy, so I'm hoping that the circuit will dry up later on. I like to be an optimist whenever I'm playing this game for some stupid reason. So maybe if it does dry up at the right time, that strategy could play into our hands. I'm not going to hold my breath, but it could happen.
Oil pressure looks good, temperature looks good, everything's ready to go. Good luck with the first part of the race. See you at the first pit stop.
Oh man, I'm so nervous for this. I don't like wet races inside this game. I just don't want to crash out on lap 1.
Here we go. The race is go, go, go!
Oh, just trying to get the power down in towards the turn 1.
That's a poor start for Fisichella though. Here come the drivers into turn 1.
Ugh, I got no throttle, apparently. That was very odd.
And behind him is Michael Schumacher. Next is Ralf Schumacher.
I'd rather kind of not be out of the Grand Prix or not have got any damage there and drop to the rear of the field down at turn 1, but the game's braking for me. through these first couple of corners, and I got no idea why. I'm not touching the brake, and it is still doing it there, which is rather peculiar. Why have I got auto brake enabled? What is that about? Is it a feature? It's not meant to be a thing in this game, is it? No idea what that is all about then. Maybe if I nudge it a couple of times, it will work itself out. I'm not controlling that brake. It has just given me a penalty. I'm not controlling that. That's ridiculous. Can I go now, please? Please. Hopefully that'll have fixed it. I'm not convinced it will have, though. But yeah, already then we're on the back foot here against everybody else. I mean, I've basically not had to brake through those first couple of corners because the game was doing it for me there, which was rather peculiar. So, I mean, the understeer down at the bottom of these corners is awful. Well, both Schumachers then qualified inside the top 3. Would be quite cool to see him get a double podium this weekend as well there. But by the end of lap 1, we were already 6 seconds away from anybody else. I mean, basically for our Grand Prix, we are just hoping that the rain dries up pretty quickly. It doesn't look that bad on the circuit, but I tell you what, in the cockpit, it feels pretty terrible.
Don't go mad through second 2. We've got yellow flags being shown. No overtaking.
Oh, there you go. Christian Klein's gone. No idea what's happened to him. Couldn't see any damage on that car, but I guess we've gained a freebie. But if I absolutely nail the line then, we can definitely be a little bit quicker than those guys in front. Looks like Ide and Sato now are starting to figure out their own lap times here, so my plan is obviously just extend this stint as far as we can if the circuit doesn't dry up. Pray that it does dry up at a time that works well for us, and maybe we can kind of leapfrog our way back into contention. We're not losing anything though to the AI, which is normally better than we can do on this game.
Quarter of the way through this Grand Prix, Fisichella leads. Michael Schumacher is in second. Next is Ralf Schumacher. Button is fourth. Trulli fifth. Massa sixth. Alonso seventh. And Raikkonen is eighth.
Oh, we got oil down. We got oil down. Someone clearly has got problems then in this Grand Prix. I believe that is Luizzi. Luizzi's going to be our first retirement. Well, sorry, our second retirement of the afternoon. And we will move up then into P20. As we make our way through turn 1, we see him get sent to the shadow round. Well, I find for me, psychologically, these kind of races are the worst inside F1 Championship Edition. Knowing you're really pushing, and a lot of the laps you're not really getting a lot to show for it against the AI is really, really tough. But we are bringing that gap down still. Under 5 seconds now to Ide, and there is still the potential for strategy to change things up.
And Raikkonen is eighth.
Good second sector. Your best so far this session.
There we go. Is that car into the pit lane? I believe it is. Yeah, one of the Williams then. That's Mark Webber. Going to be our first to blink in this Grand Prix.
But don't do anything stupid.
Yep. Our engineer knows us very well. I will normally do something stupid. Oh, we got more oil down. No idea where that's going to be. Try and get off the racing line as soon as we can. There we are. Who is breaking down then from this Grand Prix? It is... I don't know who it is. Who is... Oh, Ralf Schumacher, no! He was having a really good race up to this point. Got more cars peeling into the pit lane then, Takuma Sato being one of them. I mean, you look at this actually, those kind of front runners here. If it does dry up now, and everybody else has to pit, I think we would be running just inside the top 8. Then a battle that I never thought I'd commentate on inside this game. Fernando Alonso and Yuji Ide going side by side through the final couple of corners. No prizes for guessing who's come out in top on that one as we get a huge drift through that final corner. Ide, he might get himself up inside the top 10 temporarily here. He's having a really, really good run. I believe, yeah, our teammate, Thiago Monteiro, still out there as well. I just want this circuit to dry up. Well, tyre is definitely starting just to fall off a little bit, and I don't think we're going to see a switch to the dry compound here. So into the pit lane we're going to go at the end of lap 9. It's felt like a very, very long race up to this point then, but hopefully we can try and get a nice, clean, tidy pit stop. As you can see, quite a few crews out in the pit lane there. But it looks like there's going to be a battle on pit lane between ourselves and the Super Aguri team. Let's try and nail this then. Oh, come on, I pressed the wrong button immediately. That's not ideal. There you go. That's better. Didn't even realise I pressed one of those. There we go. 8.6. That's pretty good going. And I'm hoping we have taken a little bit of time out of the Super Aguri there. Pit lane exit, though, here is brutal. So just going to have to be really, really careful with that on the way out. But look at that as well. We've taken a lot of time out of Sato. Come on, if we can not finish last in a full wet race, I'm pretty happy. No!
There's been an incident at turn 12.
Oh, damn it.
Sato! Well, that incident was bad enough to warrant his retirement today. You got yourself involved in that too. That's left your front wing with a bit of damage, but the rest of the car looks okay. You'll have to pit and get that nose changed though.
Oh man, Takuma Sato, I'm so sorry. Just was too busy looking at Montero in the pit lane. Didn't realise how much earlier he was going to break me down in towards that hairpin. Oh, damn it. Oh, damn it, man. I mean, luckily we only need a new wing. We don't need to do anything else. But that is so, so sad. How long will a new wing take to put on the car? Oh, no, they're doing everything else. Why? We don't need fresh tyres or anything like that. We just want to get back out there. Let's come on. Go, 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 go. 17-second pit stop. Oh, this is terrible.
Michael Schumacher is in second. Button is third. Fourth is Trulli. Felipe Massa is fifth. Raikkonen sixth. Alonso seventh. Heidfeld is in eighth place.
Of course.
He's down from sixth.
While your tyres are blue, don't go crazy. Wait till they're green and you have optimum traction.
Well, we're now a lap down then in this race, so we've just got to try and bring the car home, but that is devastating. What is this car doing? How have we just got no grip anywhere then? As I think that's going to allow one of the other... How many cars are here in this group? Whoa. Yeah, there's definitely something else wrong with this car. It is all over the place at the moment. Because we're just going to try and let every single one of these guys by in one go. We're going to get lapped by most cars in this race. Ugh! Why are you braking so early into there? Oh, no, 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 no. At least we haven't hit a wall, I guess. Gotta look at the positives. I think also Jacques Villeneuve might be out of the Grand Prix, so we might gain another one. No, 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 no!
Top 8 are as follows.
Damn it. Just like Hungary.
Michael Schumacher is in second. Button is third.
Oh, man.
Massa fourth. Trulli fifth. Alonso sixth. In seventh is Raikkonen. Heidfeld is in eighth place.
Just like in Hungary, just trying to get the car to the finish, and a late race mistake. We are out of the Turkish Grand Prix. It was going, genuinely, I thought that race was going pretty well. And just, as always on this game, it gets flipped on its head.
So there we have it, an amazing Turkish Grand Prix, and what a circuit. This is proving to be as unpredictable as ever. I can tell you, I was standing down at turn 8 during Friday practice, watching the cars make those 4 consecutive high-speed turns, and I promise you it was a sight to behold. I can recommend it to anyone who visits here. Just brilliant. In 2 weeks' time, we travel to northern Italy, to Monza, where you can bet your house there will be a huge presence of fans for Ferrari. We've had a wonderful time here in Istanbul, and we hope you have too. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you soon for the Italian Grand Prix.
Well, there we are then. Yuji Ide even beat Montero at the end of that one, so a good result by the Japanese driver there. But Giancarlo Fisichella takes the win to help Alonso in a weekend he really struggled to match up against Michael Schumacher there. The gap now 7 points with just 4 races to go. Plenty of movement though further down and around the kind of the bottom of the top 10. Heidfeld jumps Rosberg. Barrichello will lose a couple of spots as well to, I believe that was Jenson Button. We are still 21st overall in the World Championship. Luckily, Ide's result doesn't bump him above anybody on countback. Ferrari now a 20-point buffer ahead of Renault in the Constructors. Honda now and McLaren tied on 74 apiece. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll be back very soon ready for the Italian Grand Prix.